Okay, we wanted to do a quick video here to cover scenarios where we've gotten requests from some customers in the horticultural industry that they'd like to be able to print labels that are driven from sales orders, but they'd like to be able to show a price on the label that is even higher than the sales price to their customers, because many horticultural folks and other people in other types of businesses are wholesalers, and so they may sell to retailers who may want to mark the products with a price that's even higher than what's on the sales order, because further down the supply chain eventually the consumer would buy at a price that's higher than what the retailer's cost would be. So basically, really, what it boils down to is we can mark up beyond what the sales price on the sales order shows. So here we have a sales order 8804 from QuickBooks Enterprise. When we search on the order here, you can see it pulls in the sales order sales price plus an increased value. So let's take a look at the sales order here. So you can see on the sales order it doesn't show that marked up price. It just shows the price that the wholesaler would be selling to the retailer at. But if you want to be able to have a higher price than that, you need to be able to mark up even further beyond that sales order price. So let's just go ahead and just show you what this results with here from Label Connector. So let's go ahead and print this. So I'm just doing a couple of labels here off of this, and we'll just do this as test number 7 here. Let's go ahead and now here I'm printing to a XPS document printer, not to an actual label printer, just so for folks watching this video so you can see the printed results. So let's go ahead and open up that file now. So you can see on this label we generated, we have a bunch of data coming in from the sales order and a bunch of dates, and here's the item that we selected to print a couple labels for. We've got the sales order price, and then that marked up price can show on there as well. So again, we've printed 2 here because that's the quantity that was on the sales order. So how did we come up with this 25% markup here with the 99 cents at the end? How did that happen? Well, let's go back into retracing our footsteps from this printed result back to what we needed to do in Label Connector to set that up. So what we had to do was go into this particular customer and put in a markup value that we may want to use for them. Now keep in mind, you can still at this stage edit and tweak these prices in Label Connector. So even if you have a standard markup that we put in place for this customer, you could still tweak that price for a couple of the items on the order, so you still have that last minute tweaking capability. But let's look up Dunning's Pool Depot here real quick to see what was required to be done to create that to work in Label Connector. Alright, so if we get to, we've already got them kind of highlighted here. Let's go into their information. So what we've got is a feature under additional info where we let you create a customer custom field. In this case we called it markup. We could have called it anything actually, because we have a setting in Label Connector where we just look for however you've named it, but it's just as easy to name it markup. And the sort of the nomenclature we're using for this feature is you put in a multiplier that you want to use for that customer, and then you can also add a value that you want the cents to be set to. A lot of retailers might like to use 95 or 99 or even dollar amounts, whatever you'd like to use. So we had to set that up in advance, of this demo, but again, that's easily done with a customer custom field. Just add that, and then in Label Connector, what we did was we set up under sales order settings. We said, hey, for the markup field, use this value from the customer custom fields. So you could name that anything you want in the customer custom fields, as long as you show that here. So again, what this allows is, you can search on the sales order that was in QuickBooks. You can now select that item. Let's just do it for a different item this time. print that. So that should be $56 and $70 is what it should generate. So let's do test 8. Save that. That should print quantity 4 this time. Let's take a look at that printed result. Okay, so now we got 4 4x6 labels with our 56 and our $70 with the 99 cents shown at the end. So what we can do here is add markups that are higher than the sales order price, or we can print the sales order price, as what we always are able to do. I just show both here that just indicate that we can do above and beyond that. And we have other tricks too for doing markups that we can cover in another video. So again, that's label connector for QuickBooks, showing you how to use sales orders to generate labels, put prices on them, and even have an adjusted price to have on the label. Thanks. Bye-bye.